Hi, you'll recall in our last video we had put in all the linings and we put in this solid piece here, which is going to be our armrest. Now this piece of wood originally looked a lot like this, and it was square on both sides, and we ended up shaping it and gluing it into here. Well, that worked very well. What I've been doing today, and I want you to see this, is I've been shaping it so that in here it's on a bit of an angle. And what I'm going to do is set this down here in the bench, and I'll show you that up close, because one of the things when you're shaping that on the inside you want to be careful of is that you don't score the inside of your guitar. So what you do is you put tape along the inside of your guitar, and you'll see why in just a minute. Now the job we want to do is in here, and we don't want this going out and straight in. We want it on an angle like my hand. And in order to do that, you start off with a chisel and you start working away at it with the chisel. I then ended up moving to a scraper, and I scraped it. I have a handmade scraper here, and I use that as well. And then I eventually take a roll and put sandpaper around it like this, roll it up, and then I come on the inside like that to make sure I've got it nice and smooth all the way I'd like it. Now, can you see the tape here? This tape is all chewed up. It's a real mess. And the reason is the scraper and the chisel just touched this tape. Instead of marking the guitar side here, what it marked was the tape. So now I'm at a point where I can take the tape off. The guitar on the inside looks great, and we have no issues here whatsoever. I'll clean up the rest of this tape. That's pretty much it. So it's all good. This went extremely well, and it took no time at all, literally about 15 minutes, and we were done. Now, what I want to show you is I need to make a piece in here, which is going to be a reinforcing piece, and I have it right here. And I've spritzed it with some water because I've been sanding it so that it will fit between the braces like this. Now, I've got to be careful because the grain on this is running this way. The grain in the guitar is running this way. And that strengthens this whole side. And before I start cutting holes in here to make a sound port, I want extra support. I don't want just that thickness on the guitar. I want twice that. That's why I'm going to end up bending this and setting it in there. So what do you say we do a little bending and see how that works? Now, as you can see, this bending iron is plugged in, it's clamped on the sides, it's secure, and look at this, it's hot. Yeah, it's sizzling. So it's on high. I can feel the heat up in here. So I'm going to spritz some more water inside and outside. And I will very carefully, because I don't want to burn my hands, just let this heat up. Wow, I can feel that coming through already. I've got to be careful with this because remember, the grain is running on it this way and I'm bending it this way. It could easily snap on me, and I don't want that to happen. If it does, I can still use it. Wow, That's really getting hot. Gonna put a glove on here. Now, this is a leftover piece of wood. It was used on the side of the guitar. And remember, I told you in the last video, never throw out anything when it comes to the wood on the guitar. You always keep everything. And so, in keeping this, we get to use this to reinforce the guitar. So we're using the side to fix the side. So let me just see if this is going to fit. Oh yes, it's doing very well. Now what I'm going to do when this thing is finally heated up to perfection, I'm going to put it where I think it's going to belong on the side inside the guitar, and I'm going to put clamps on it, and I'll show you that, but it's going to have to be afterwards because I want to do this while I can bend it. Try this again. See, that's fitting pretty darn good. I like that. I think I'll give it just a tad more so that you can see this. And then I will turn this heater off because we don't need any more fires, right? The way I did this, by the way, was I took and I made a straight line. I sanded this side of it, and then I put it into where I wanted it, and I marked a pencil here and up here, and then I have a flexible ruler that I put along here to give me a line, and I've been bumping it up against the sander, the disc sander, until I get it to where I want it. Okay. Oh, I'm really happy with that. Oh my goodness. Really, really happy. So let me get my brace back here on my thumb. Now turn off the heat, unplug the heat, so I know that that will cool down. So that's very good that we've got that reinforcing piece in there. We've got the armrest already beveled, which went extremely well from this to the bevel, and that's because this is basswood. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is use this. These are pieces of mahogany. I'm going to run them through the thickness sander, and then I'm going to glue them in here, and I'll show you that in the next video. So that's it for me. I'm going to head up and grab a cup of tea. And just to let you know, this is not for hitchhiking. This little metal brace is to keep my thumb flat. And the reason for that is I can take this thumb and I can bend it pretty good. This is the best I can do on this. The other day, while I was I wasn't doing anything. And I just moved my hand and I heard pop, and something in here went snap and hurt. Oh my goodness, the pain was excruciating, and I've had to keep it straight. It's swollen. I would go to the, people say, are you going to go to a doctor? No, I'm not going to a doctor. Here's why I'm not going to go to a doctor. I will phone the doctor and I'll get an appointment in maybe 1 to 2 weeks to go and see the doctor. I'll go and see the doctor and I'll sit there for 45 minutes to an hour waiting beyond my designated time. And then I'll go in and see the doctor and I'll say, see, I can't move my thumb. Oh, you need an x-ray. Write me out an x-ray prescription. And then I go to the x-ray clinic. I now go to the x-ray clinic, hand in the prescription, and I sit and I wait there for another hour, and then they take an x-ray. That's it. Another week or two, I hear from the doctor's office, the doctor would like to see you. We have an appointment for you in another week and a half. And you go in for the appointment and they'll say, yeah, you've either sprained it or you've done something. You should put some ice on it and then maybe put a support so that it doesn't mess up your hand. Well, there you go. So do we know how it works? Yes, we do. So I went and got the support, put the support on. We're all good to go. That's it. So that's what this is all about. Anyway, I'll take it off so I can still hold a cup of tea. English breakfast, anybody? All right, let's go do it. I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.